Alright, what's going on everybody, this is Sam from Zroder Bet. In this video I'll be doing my post-trading comments, a wrap-up of all the picks, the bets that I'll be taking for UFC 265, Lewis versus Gane. If you're new around here, I'm a handicapper, I do MMA predictions, and I have experience of betting MMA and the UFC for over 10 years. I'll divide these videos as follows. First I'll just run through some comments on the weightings, then I'll be showing you guys the prop bets that I took for the same card, and if you wish to support the channel, stick until the end. I'll show you how on Patreon. By the way, for those that haven't seen yet, I have a new Patreon tier. It's the $5 tiers. That is the lock of the night and top 2 parlays. This video is exclusive on Patreon. I'll be just releasing after each show, just to give the transparency to you guys. So if you see the post date post the show, don't find it odd. It's just because I'm making it only public after the show, okay? Just to respect my patrons on the $5 tiers, alright? So real quick, Vicente Luque versus Michael Chiesa. I'm picking Chiesa, but not betting the fight. Between Gane versus Song Yadong, I'm picking Gane by decision. I'm betting him by decision only. Karolina Kowalkiewicz versus Jessica Penne. I'm picking Kowalkiewicz by decision. I'm betting her. Alonzo Menifield versus Herman. I'm picking Menifield. I'm betting him by decision. Maybe surprising to some. Gatto versus Leonardo. I'm picking Leonardo. I'm betting her by decision a little bit, if I'm not mistaken. Aldo versus Pedro Munoz. I'm picking Munoz, not betting the fight. Johnny Munoz Jr. versus Jamey Simons. I'm picking Munoz Jr. I'm betting this, I think, under 2.5 rounds. Drako Rodriguez versus Vince Morales. I'm picking and betting Morales. Rafael Fiziev versus Bobby Green. I'm picking Fiziev but betting Green. Also, I'm betting Green by decision. And I'm betting this fight over 2.5 rounds as well. Manel Kape versus Osbourne. I'm picking and betting Osbourne. Tecia Torres versus Angela Hill. I'm picking and betting Hill. Also a little bit by decision. Gane versus Derek Lewis. I'm picking and betting Gane. Also a little bit by decision. Miles Jones versus Anderson dos Santos. I'm picking and betting dos Santos. This is my biggest bet of the card on dos Santos, right? So just to comment real quick about the weightings, guys, this is just an awesome card, right? I think, I haven't seen anything like outstanding in a sense that, in a bad sense, everything looks so good so far. I think basically almost everybody made weight. Just who missed weight again? Manel Kape missed weight. So to me, it's actually interesting because if I would someone to miss weight, I would say Aldo Osbourne, because he looked so big to me as a bantamweight. So he dropped and made weight, and Kape to me was an okay sized flyweight, not a small one obviously, but didn't make weight. So the rest would look at good. So just real quick, guys, some comments on the weightings. Michael Chiesa to me looked so thick and muscular. I'm impressed about this guy's size. I spoke about this in the breakdowns. I thought that he would be looking way skinnier, but he looks thick, But he's fighting a dangerous fighter in Vicente Luque. But I think Michael Chiesa gonna dominate with the grappling, basically hold him down. So Chiesa by decision. I may put a prop bet there, Chiesa by decision plus 200. I think there is value there. It's my pick, and I'm gonna be betting him probably by decision. So Gane and Song Yadong, both guys look at good. I'll keep my pick on Gane by decision. There is value there in my opinion. Karolina Kowalkiewicz versus Jessica Penne. Penne actually looked surprisingly good to me. Prior to her previous years, she looked a little not so thick and so strong. She looked pretty strong. Karolina was never the strongest. Strongest looking. She doesn't look like too muscular or something, but she always looked like this. So this doesn't concern me. I think she looks good. Menifield is always super thick and muscular. Looks a big one. I'm going with him by decision. May surprise some of you guys. I think at Herman is tough enough, and I don't think Menifield gonna go guns blazing. Not to risk his fight, risking to gas as he did in previous fights. So it's an interesting one. I think Menifield plus 600 by decision, very interesting one. Gatto, these girls look so powerful and strong. I'm going Victor Leonardo by decision, but after seeing the weightings, maybe a pass would be more interesting here, because I think Gatto actually gonna surprise us. Aldo, Pedro Munoz, both super sharp. Johnny Munoz and Jamey Simons both look good. Actually, I was thinking Simons would be looking a little bit better, but Munoz looking in shape, lean and mean there. Drako Rodriguez, Vince Morales both looked good, especially Morales. I'm keeping my pick and my bet here. I think he probably finishes inside of the distance, but to me it's a straight bet on Morales because there's a good chance by decision to Rafael Fiziev and Bobby Green. It's an interesting one. Bobby Green, super tough guy. This guy, he's gonna bring it, and he's not gonna be finished easy. Rafael Fiziev has all skills in Muay Thai, but it's gonna be interesting, guys. I keep my bet on green. I think it's a good one. Anything over plus 200 on green is really interesting, in my opinion. Manel, Kape, and Osbourne. Interesting one. Kape, you know, was trying to taunt him a lot, you know, trying to talk trash probably. Osbourne was super cool there. We'll see what happens. Osbourne's so fast and explosive. He has the skills, guys. If he doesn't get, he's arguably the favorite, but we'll see. There are so many questions here. Tecia Torres versus Angela Hill. Both girls look pretty good. Let's see what's going to happen. I think, like I said in the breakdowns, Hill probably going to be able to keep the distance and be busier on the outside. Cyril Gane versus Derek Lewis. This was probably the most interesting part. Derek Lewis was trying to touch Gane there, trying to get over his head. Gane is super calm and collected there. I think this is no extra factor in the fight. Both looked quite good in the weightings, especially Lewis. Lewis looked pretty sharp there, but I think it's a big difference of skills, like I spoke in the breakdown. Miles Jones versus Anderson dos Santos. I'm the only one probably I have heard picking and betting dos Santos, so I talked about this in the breakdown, guys. I think people measured Anderson dos Santos wrong. He looks taller than Miles Jones, who is measured as 5'8". So Anderson dos Santos is probably 5'9" if Miles Jones is 5'8", but he's definitely not 5'5", you know. So the size is Anderson dos Santos' side plus all the skills. So this is my biggest bet. Actually, I'm increasing from my side. I didn't change here in the spreadsheet the amount that I'm betting just to be consistent with you guys. But I'm increasing a little bit, even as plus 180 on dos Santos. There's a massive value there, in my opinion. All right. So guys, I'll be. So those are my comments here. I'll just show you guys the prop bets, just to explain. The prop bets is part of the $15 tiers, which will show line by line everything that I'm doing, and I have also the $50 tiers, which is some reason doesn't appear here. But for the $50 I have the line by line with all the plays that I have. All right. So so as a gift to you guys, just to also to promote this a little bit. So here are my prop bets, guys. Basically, these are carrying over from previous cards. This is the advantage of following me with the bigger with the higher tiers, that you can see everything that I'm doing. I have some parlays from previous cards and whatnot, some special bets and etc. So like I told you guys, you know, Simmons and Munoz, actually I put that they go the distance. I thought that I had the under here. Yeah, so this is possible, you know, especially if Simmons is able to survive the submissions. He makes some mistakes on the floor, but not impossible. Simmons by decision. Let's see if something goes wrong. If he can goes wrong to Munoz, or he could edge Munoz in a decision, you know, getting over from him from the top. But this is our tiny bets. This is quite a tricky one. And Anderson dos Santos and Miles Jones under 2.5. I think this is a good one because, like I said, my biggest bet is Anderson dos Santos, but he carries that chin quite high, so, and Jones has some power. Plus, I think dos Santos wins this one inside of the distance. So to me, this is an interesting bet. Osbourne by KO. I took this in an early market. I think it says itself the chances. Menifield on points, like I told you guys. I think it is an interesting one because Menifield carries that power. He's a finisher, but Herman is a tough guy, even being 40. And Menifield guessed in the past. I think he learned his lesson. He could be more careful here. So at plus 600, the value is there. You know, Green and Fiziev over 2.5. I got this in an early market. It's one of the best props in my opinion. Bobby Green by decision, also an interesting one. You know, this guy will bring. It won't be easy to finish Green, and he's gonna bring a pressure and he's gonna test Fiziev. I want to pay the price on this one. Casey Kenny by decision. It's my pick. You know, Angela Hill by decision, again my pick. I think it's a good one. Pedro Munoz round 3, interesting one because this guy pushes the pace, and you know, Jose Aldo is known for fading in the later rounds. So we'll see. This is a tricky fight to pick and to bet. I think this is the best bet. It's Pedro Munoz round 3. Gane by decision. I think it says itself. Vincent Morales. Then I got the straight bets and etc. that I spoke about. All right. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, subscribe. For my current Patreon supporters, I appreciate guys a lot what you guys are doing for me. Thank you for the support. By the way, on the lock of the night and the suggestions that I put up there in the video exclusive on Patreon, I keep my word, guys. I don't think I haven't seen anything on the weightings that would concern me or would change something. Maybe there, guys, if you wish to add something, maybe add something like Gane by decision. I think it's a good idea, you know, if you're willing to take an extra risk, maybe green by decision, you know, because there's value there, or even Menifield. So consider that if you guys want. But those things that I said in the video exclusive on Patreon, I think it's probably the best thing for now that I have. Alright, guys, that's it for this video. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, share with your friends, and I'll talk to you next time. This is Sam from Zero Bet, bringing the best, most consistent and transparent betting strategy for you.